What if I told you that the most valuable resource in the future is not on Earth? It's hidden in the darkest craters on the moon. And right now NASA and China are racing to claim it. Imagine a place colder than Pluto, a place where sunlight has never touched the ground for billions of years. A place that could decide who leads humanity's future in space. That place is the moon's south pole. And today we are witnessing what many experts call the Great Lunar South Pole Water Race. This is not just another space mission. This is the battle for something that could become the most valuable resource beyond Earth: water. Because whoever learns how to find, extract and use lunar water ice may gain a huge advantage in building permanent moon bases, launching missions to Mars, and leading the next era of space exploration. In today's video, we are going deep into the incredible competition between NASA and China, exploring why the moon's south pole matters, what secret may be hidden there, and why the future of humanity in space could depend on frozen water burrowed beneath lunar dust. Let's begin. Why water changes everything? For decades, people imagined the moon as a dry and lifeless world. But scientists now believe that huge amounts of water ice may exist near the lunar south pole. At first, this might not sound exciting. After all, water is everywhere on Earth. But in space, water is more valuable than gold. Water can keep astronauts alive. Water can produce oxygen. Water can support agriculture. And most importantly, water can be turned into rocket fuel. Think about that for a moment. A future spacecraft could launch from Earth, stop at the moon, refuel using lunar water, and then continue toward Mars. Instead of carrying everything from Earth, future explorers could use resources already waiting in space. This is why the Great Lunar South Pole Water Race has become one of the most important competitions in modern space exploration. Now, the secret hidden in eternal darkness. The moon's south pole is unlike any other location on the lunar surface because the moon has only a slight tilt. Some deep craters near the south pole never receive sunlight. Scientists call these places permanently shadow regions or PSRs. These craters remain frozen all the time. Temperatures can drop below minus 370 degrees Fahrenheit. That is colder than many places on Pluto. For billions of years, water molecules delivered by comets and solar winds may have become trapped inside these frozen regions. Scientists believe these craters could contain enormous deposits of water ice. If that ice can be extracted, it could completely transform humanity's future in space. But finding the ice is only the beginning. Actually reaching it is another challenge entirely. NASA's Artemis vision. NASA believes the moon is the next step toward Mars. Through the Artemis program, NASA plans to return astronauts to the lunar surface and establish a long-term human presence. Unlike the Apollo mission, which were short missions, Artemis is focused on sustainability. NASA wants astronauts to stay longer, conduct more research, and eventually help create permanent infrastructure. The lunar south pole is a major target because of its potential water resources. NASA's vision includes advanced habitats, lunar rovers, power systems, and resource extraction technologies. The agency is also working with international partners and private companies to accelerate development. Their ultimate goal is not just reaching the moon, it's learning how humans can live and work there for extended periods. And water is the key to making that possible. China's ambition lunar strategy. While NASA moves forward with Artemis, China is pursuing its own ambitious lunar plans. China has already achieved major successes through its Chang'e missions. These missions have demonstrated advanced robotic capabilities and provided valuable information about the lunar environment. Now, China is developing plans for the International Lunar Research Station, often called ILRS. This future lunar base could become China's gateway to long-term moon exploration. Like NASA, China recognizes the strategic importance of lunar water ice. Chinese scientists and engineers are studying how to locate resources, build infrastructure, and support future human activities on the moon. This has created an exciting new chapter in the modern space race. Unlike the Cold War, a space race of the 1960s, today's competition is focused not just on reaching the moon, but on staying there. The real challenge nobody talks about. Finding water on the moon sounds simple. In reality, it's incredibly difficult. Imagine trying to mine ice inside a crater that never sees sunlight. The environment is brutally cold, Equipment must survive extreme temperatures. Communication can be challenging. Solar power becomes difficult because sunlight never reaches the crater floor. Engineers must design machines capable of operating in conditions unlike anything found on Earth. Then comes the question of extraction. How much ice is actually there? How pure is it? How deep is it buried? Nobody knows the full answer yet. The first nation to solve these problems would gain a major advantage in the future space exploration. That's why researchers around the world are closely watching every new lunar mission. Why this race matters to everyone? Some people may wonder why we should care about water on the moon. The answer is simple. The technologies developed for lunar exploration often benefit life on Earth. Past space programs help create innovations in communication, computing, medicine, material science, and navigation systems. The same could happen again. But there is an even bigger risk. If humanity ever wants to become a multi-planet species, we must learn how to use resources beyond Earth. The moon serves as the perfect testing ground. It is close enough for regular missions, yet challenging enough to teach valuable lessons. The success of lunar water mining would open the door to future settlements on Mars and beyond. The future of moon colonization. Imagine a future where astronauts live year-round on the moon. Lunar bases generate their own oxygen. Water is recycled and expanded using local resources. Rocket fuel is produced directly on the lunar surface. The spacecraft regularly travel between Earth, the Moon, and Mars. What sounds like science fiction today could become reality within the coming decades. And it all begins with one critical resource: water. That's why governments, scientists, engineers, and private companies are investing billions of dollars into lunar exploration. The moon is no longer just a destination. It's becoming a stepping stone to the rest of the solar system. So in conclusion, as we look toward the future, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. The Great Lunar South Pole Water Race is about much more than national pride. It's about survival, it's about innovation, and it's about humanity's next giant leap into the cosmos. NASA Artemis Program and China's lunar ambitions are pushing technology further than ever before. Both are chasing the same goal: unlocking the secrets hidden in the frozen darkness of the moon's south pole. The nation that learns how to harvest and use lunar water ice may gain a powerful advantage in building the first permanent presence beyond Earth. But in the end, the biggest winner could be humanity itself. Because every step we take on, the moon brings us one step closer to becoming a civilization that reaches far beyond our home planets. So, who do you think will win the great lunar South Pole water race? NASA? China? Or will they both help open the door to humanity's future among the stars? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more amazing stories about space, science, and the future of exploration. Thanks for watching.